Now, sometimes, this gossip thing, for me, it felt like it was not even it. She did it so that you don't come together as a staff so that you can turn against her. You see. So she would gossip to this one, and then this one comes, tells you, and then you can't go ask her, but then she gossips to you about that one. So it was that thing. Like, if you are not clever enough, which is what happened, you would end up fighting, all of you, amongst yourselves. And I've spoken to them. I told them, if we have to win this, because she has gone through this, and all she's doing is that we don't become close. Now, then the worst thing is that there was this guy, they called each other Mzala, because, he was Kadebe and Mama's mom is Mahade. So it was Mzala. You see. May his soul rest in peace. Now there was this case, and the sheriff had come, because one of the things that Mama loved was making sure that a black child is educated. Mm. And she even went to, to do other things that ended up putting her into trouble. She would end up being in trouble because she's helping a black child. That's for her, she would even give up until she had nothing, just to make sure another person, gets that help. Anyway, then there was that problem. So I'm going up the stairs, to give her the file for the day, to say this is what I've done and this is what you're doing tomorrow. And there I hear her talking to Wisile. Yeah, that one. Ever since she's working here. And now, because she's wearing smart and she thinks she looks like me. And she says, I told you. I'm telling you that she thinks she's you. They're saying these things. You have to put it in order. And they're saying this. And, that might not sound like something that serious. But I think it's because of the things that I had gone through, because this was the 8th year I'd been serving her. What is this? This is nothing. But I think the way it was said and the way they were laughing, and I was like, this is it. The one year she asked me about has to be today. And I went back to the office. I took my bag and I left. Now, fortunately, she had cameras, in the house, so she could see me leaving. And when I was in the taxi, I called my brother, Dr. Zwane. There he is. I called Dr. Zwane. I said, I've left the office. And if she calls, I'm just going to tell her I'm not coming back. And she called. She said, where the H do you think you're going? I saw you going up. I said, I'm going home. She said, come back at once. And then she dropped the phone. And I knew I was not going back. I did. And during that period, it was the 15th of May in 2013. I came back in November 2013. There has never been a time I prayed that much. Ooh. That's the time I believed God had sent me there. Sure. And my prayer was, God, if you had sent me there, and if I have not fulfilled your purpose, she has to call me. She has to ask me to come back. I am not going. Because if I go back myself, she'll remind me, you came back broken. And I said, I don't want to hear that. But God is good. When she called me back, it was exactly a month before Tata passed on. Wow. So I came back at the right time. So that even when that I passed on that day, because she called me. I remember on our way back, she asked me again, are you sure you're back? Are you sure you're not going to leave?
Sure.
You know, and I realized how much, and in any case, we had talked about that, how much she missed me and how much I missed her. Oh, and then she told me that because her phone was on anonymous or private, now she told me, you know, I used to call you just to check on you because I knew my number is on phone, so you didn't know. And I would hear you say, answering the phone, Zodwa, hello? And I would say, oh, it means she's still okay, even when she's unemployed.